World Cup. Has it been everything that you thought it would be so far? Can you just both of you talk a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, I mean, we're only one game in, so I feel like it's pretty early on to say, but yeah, it was an exciting start to the tournament, and we're excited to keep building on it.
Yeah, I think we obviously have had such great examples of teams, World Cup teams in the past, for the 99ers, the 15ers, and I just think that kind of sense of team camaraderie I have really felt, and we have a lot more ahead of us to hopefully continue to have more exciting moments. So it's been great so far, and we're excited to see what's next.
What has the conversations been like, the interaction leading to the first World Cup for both of you?
Yeah, Mal's one of my best friends, so it's been fun to be able to experience with her, with the national team, and then go back to Spirit and have someone who knows what you're going through and who you can talk to. And yeah, I think it's been awesome to be able to continue to build our relationship when we're away from this environment, on and off the field. And so we were both excited to have this opportunity.
And to both score in that first game, was there any conversation between you after the game?
Yeah, Mal told me she cried when I scored. And then obviously when she scored, I was so happy for her too. It was awesome.
What stands out to you when you look at the player she is now compared to the player you first got to know, and also kind of a side question, how much are you leaning on her as your Parisian tour guide?
Yeah, I think that seeing someone like Lindsay, who when we met when we were super young, we kind of always knew she'd be here. Like everyone in the youth camps was always like, we just knew that this was where Lindsay was going to end up, and she has so much ahead of her, which is like we all know that again, and it's exciting to see someone's dreams come true in that way. And I know it's kind of happening for all of us, but just being really close with her and knowing everything that she's put in to get here is so exciting to see, and she's definitely guiding us around. She gives us little French tips when we have questions, and I actually followed my parents, and I followed behind her and her parents last night, like 10 feet away to dinner, because I had no idea where to go, so we were just like little ducklings following behind her. So she's been really helpful with that.
2 goals at the World Cup. Like, what's going through your head when that happens? It's both of you.
Okay, I'll start. Yeah, I think it kind of came quickly, like the World Cup. It felt like something that was so far off, and then all of a sudden the coming months just like went by really fast. And so I feel like it didn't really give me, or I don't know if I'm speaking for you, but it didn't really give me a second to like kind of take it in and just like realize what was happening. And then I think once I got to the game, it was like, here we go. And yeah, it was really exciting. I was excited to get the first goal, but I got 2 great passes, so they made it easy for me.
I kind of touched on this the other day, but I think kind of just in the build up to it, like Rose, I didn't have many opportunities to just kind of like sit back and soak in what was happening. But it was funny because we had kind of like a TV delay right before the game. I don't know if you were all at the game, but we were already on the field, and then the ref was like, sorry, and we had to wait like a full minute to start. And I remember just kind of looking at Pino and being like, well, we've waited this long, but just really, really wanting to like get it started. We played the last game and out of all the groups, and we've been watching all the games, obviously. So just kind of getting it started and feeling like now we're a part of it. And we've played in a World Cup game, and we can kind of just put all the new feelings aside and focus on what we have to do to be our best for the team. I kind of forgot the question now, but I...
How did it feel to score 2 goals?
Oh, it felt great. It was like obvious. I don't know what I was talking about. It was obviously like a dream come true. Also was given great passes and great opportunities in front of the goal, so it was exciting, and I got to like blow a kiss to my parents, which was really nice to get to celebrate with them and have them there for that. So it was great.
You both talk about when you're obviously not playing or practicing. Any idea of what the downtime's like? I mean, are you getting anxious as well, or are you going outside, walking around, or what are you all doing in your downtime when you have it?
Yeah, we'll like go out and get a coffee. Rose and I will go for like a little walk and get a coffee, or we'll go in a small group or something. I think a lot of us like read or watch shows, but it is pretty busy, like the team environment within the hotel. We have a lot of meetings, and meals, and so we're kind of just like eating and resting and having coffee.
Yeah.
What does Pinot mean to the team, and how good is she as a player, and her sense of humor too? What else does it mean to you?
Yeah, Pinot is like a leader on and off the field, and it's been, I always say this, like you guys probably heard it because I say it that often, that I just feel like I came at such a cool time when there was like a new wave of younger people coming in, and then still like older veterans too. And I feel so grateful because Pinot's game is always somebody that it's always been something I've looked up to, and have tried to kind of model myself after. And so to be able to now be on the same field as her and learning from her on and off the field has been so amazing, and I feel so grateful to have her as a teammate.
Yeah, I agree. I think just like her leadership qualities and her sense of humor, and she brings like this lightness to everything, but she also has so experience, so I really trust what she says. And whether I'm asking her like tactical questions or whether we're just joking around, I think Pinot is such an integral part of the team, and I can't imagine being here without her. She's welcomed us like into the group and made us feel like we're really a part of it, and also just kind of led the way on so many things that the team is trying to do. So we could keep talking about her forever. I feel like she's been just so important for both of us.
Were you guys surprised at all at the sheer volume of the hand-wringing of casual fans who maybe didn't understand what you were trying to accomplish the other night, the job you were doing, and to play at your peak level? And is that something that you can just brush aside and move on, or did that bother anyone to hear that kind of complaint?
I don't really think we as a team are like super involved in watching and reading a lot of media about ourselves, to be honest. But we had heard that there was some things going on, and I think that we're really kind of just trying to focus on the next game and on Chile, and we respect Thailand a lot, and I think that we're just kind of looking at the next game now.
What does it feel like to now, be in the conversation and be someone's favorite player over in a small town in France?
I guess it's cool. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing that Sam said. Like, we kind of are here on a mission, so in one sense, we can't like kind of distract ourselves with that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's, I think, really cool to see how it's kind of come full circle. I've always had players that I've looked up to growing up, and now to be somebody that someone can look up to is really cool.
If you guys have seen it, but the satirical magazine here in France, Charlie Hebdo, published yesterday a pretty sexist, openly sexist image for their World Cup coverage, including female genitalia with a soccer ball inside it. What sort of message does this send not only to professional footballers, but aspirational footballers around the world at such an important moment in football?
I haven't seen it. I don't think Rose has seen it either, so I can't really comment directly on it. But hopefully going forward, this tournament can help people all over the world respect female footballers more. And it sounds inappropriate, but again, I can't really comment because I haven't seen it. So I hope that through our play, people can kind of catch up to the times and understand that what we're doing is awesome and that we deserve a lot of respect.
Your dog is pretty famous.
Thanks.
I'm interested if you, and also known that sometimes you FaceTime with her, and have you talked to her, celebrating your goal, and or also, France is known for the love for dogs. Have you found
I do. There are a lot of dogs here, and I keep saying, "C'est un chien." It's a dog. But I actually have this little pet cam that it's an app, and I just go on it, and I can shoot out treats to Wilma anytime I want to. So I get on that a lot.
And have you FaceTimed with her after this first match?
I haven't. She sleeps a lot, and I don't want to interrupt her sleeping, but I will.
A teammate, Rosie, right, at UCLA. What did you see in her development what she benefited from the American system and the American embrace of, college embrace of women's sports over the years, and how NCAA soccer, you think, has helped some of these other players as well?
Yeah, I've seen Rosie develop over the years a lot, I think, and she came to UCLA with me in 2011, and we were really good friends the whole time we were there, and I think I'm sure that she took a lot from the environment, but I think that, speaking for myself, I also learned a lot from her, and I think that she had a really high standard of fitness and nutrition and taking care of herself, and that was cool for me to see someone who was already playing at this level when I wasn't quite there yet, and kind of learning and adapting to her habits and picking up on some of those things. So I think she brought a lot to us, actually, and I don't really know what she took from us. I'm sure it was maybe speed of play or something along those lines, but I think that her influence on me is something that I can more comment about.
How much have you actively had to do that? How different is that from usual? Is it difficult to do that, to kind of keep everything on the outside? Do you have to work to do that?
Yeah, I've actually been deleting social media every camp since about last year, because I kind of knew it was something that if I didn't maybe start slowly, trying to wean off it, it could be something that maybe negatively affected me during this tournament. And I mean, no offense to you guys, you're all great, but I try to stay away from that. So yeah, that was kind of a work in progress, and I'm really happy I did that because I feel like I can stay focused and just be more present with the team.
Yeah, I think that it can be really consuming if you are caught up in it, and I think that, like Rose, a lot of us have just tried to spend less time on social media or looking at media in general. But I think that at times there are so many positive things, and you want to interact with people, and I get a lot of messages from friends and people like that. So parts of it are really, really positive, but I think that just staying focused on our goal here, which is to win, and everything else really is just secondary and not super important.
What kind of edge does that give you, and do you think that other countries can learn from the way the United States supports its women's hockey team?
Yeah, definitely. I think we understand that it won't always feel like that here, but having supportive fans out here in France is awesome, and it makes the atmosphere so much fun for us to play for them. And I think that if other countries see that and can see that kind of support, what kind of energy it can give, then hopefully they'll do the same thing. But I'm sure that there are a ton of teams here who have a lot of home support as well.
Is the emotion that you feel, is scoring a World Cup open goal feel different in that actual moment than scoring a goal in a March friendly?
Yeah, I think when you get on the field, you're playing the same game that you've always been playing, but I think there was more of kind of a buzz and excitement around this game. Obviously, we'd been waiting a really long time to play it. We were the last game, and I think to finally be able to step on the field and get some in the back of the net felt really good, and we were all super excited for everyone.